and scroll. Talk and scroll. Talk and
scroll. To use women knowing they don't want anything further than that.
So again, this is acting as if women are just, you know, puppets on a string. Hey, what's going on? This is TNS Time and Space, and I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Talk and Scroll. Before we begin, I would invite you to like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you hit that bell notification so you can be made aware of any time that I post new content. But anyway, now that the housekeeping is done,
y'all be the dudes y'all be saying is running through all these women before they get to you. That's the weird part about it.
So first I want to point out that this guy on his Instagram says he's a bad guy turned good. So just a little bit of context.
You like, I don't want somebody's leftovers, but how many leftovers have you created because you wasn't ready for a serious relationship?
Okay, so this is funny too, because this is assuming that women don't have a choice in the matter. So this gentleman is speaking as if, you know, it's all on the men for creating leftovers, as if these weren't, you know, interactions between two consenting adults.
Answer me. You keep talking about nobody want a single mom. How many single moms have you created?
Again, that's deflecting accountability from the women. It's so funny how men get to be accountable for everything. So he's saying, how many single mothers have you created? Again, these are all adults. These are adults. This is assuming it's consenting adults in these situations. And what this guy is doing is basically deflecting any responsibility or any accountability from women.
Because you wasn't ready for a relationship. Every woman I know, most of the women I know.
It's called discernment. So if somebody's not ready, that's on her to make whatever choice she needs to make. You know what I mean? This is making it seem as though women are just emotional creatures who are incapable of making their own logical decisions.
So even if they didn't have the best in picking men, they at least went into a relationship with the serious intentions of making something work.
Okay, I also want to point out too, and this is for everybody, any content creator, everybody has a target audience. So what he's doing is pandering to his target audience. I have a target audience also. I'm not looking to pander to it. I want to let my target audience develop organically. But he's definitely catering towards women with this.
How many men didn't? How many men cover up their true intentions just to get sex?
Now also he's virtue signaling, because again, he says himself on his own profile that he's a former bad guy turned good. So this is virtue signaling right here.
Just to use women knowing they don't want anything further than that.
So again, this is acting as if women are just, you know, puppets on a string, that men are puppet masters, that men are Geppetto and women are Pinocchio.
How many? How many of y'all that you claiming to be good guys now in your 30s?
Again, bad guy turned good. He's claiming to be a good guy also.
Were the people making these leftover women in your 20s?
It's a matter of choice. I would say that anyone who's a quote-unquote leftover, that's the sum of their choices. That's not to say that women haven't been lied to. That's not to say that men haven't been lied to. But ultimately, it's about your choices. At the end of the day, we are responsible for our own outcomes. And this gentleman is trying to present things in a way so that women are not responsible for any negative outcomes. It's always the man's fault.
Get out of here with that bullshit. Man, I'm getting sick of this. Women are like used cars. Y'all the ones that ran the mouths up.
Okay, that's an insult to women to say that women are like used cars. Funny enough, it reminds me of when everyone was upset that R. Kelly said, "You remind me of my Jeep." Women are not used cars in a sense that they have brains. They have the ability to make choices. We are all adults, especially in the days of equality, or I should say in these days and times where we want equality and female empowerment and things of that nature. You can't have it both ways. If you want that empowerment, you also have to own your choices and be accountable. So I just wanted to show that video. This has been another quick episode of Talk and Scroll. Y'all take it easy.
Can't have ownership without owning it. Look at the way that I'm approaching this. That's the reason I spoke the shit. Freestyle, I never wrote the shit. Homeboy did it for the ladies. You go, girl, oh baby. But really I think that's lazy. And really I think that's crazy. So y'all wanted that empowerment, but that's not really empowering. If you wanna blame me, you wanna name me. On they side, wanna flame me.